Here's 10 quick tips for Helldivers 2. Shout out to everyone who has been commenting on these videos because all of these tips have been inspired by you. I'd like to also announce another giveaway. If you're subscribed and you leave a comment on this video, you'll get a chance to win a copy of the game for yourself or for a friend. So let's dive on into the real deal, starting with tip number 10. It may not come as a surprise to you, but the bots are completely immune to the orbital gas stratagem, but it can still be useful against them. A direct hit can knock out a fabricator every minute. And another surprisingly effective way to knock these out is with tip number 9. The machine gun sentry is a far more versatile stratagem than I imagined. You can use it to close bug holes and to blow up fabricators. The only exception to this is that the Gatling is even better. They're useful for far more than defense or for this offense, because they are also useful for stealth, which I'll explain in tip number 8. Hellpods can be used to distract the enemy when you need to get around them, and a turret can be extremely distracting. Shoot, a charger will run through a minefield to say hello to one, but we are going to charge right on into tip number 7. This is going to be a correction from a tip of mine from last week. I had said that the Eruptor rifle can take out a propaganda tower in 2 to 3 shots, but multiple people commented that you can do it with 1 if you shoot at the stem. However, prioritizing targets is what tip number 6 is all about. We all know that prioritizing and disabling hunters first is everyone's highest priority. At least I hope we can all agree on that. But prioritizing which objectives to take out is also important. The automaton's mortars need to be taken out as soon as possible, or else your lives will slowly start to trickle away. Furthermore, areas that spawn enemies should be cleared before you do any objective that they could impair. Of course, the stratagem Jammer is the highest priority target, but that's a no-brainer. And so is tip number 5. Reinforce smart, not fast. Everyone on the team shares the same amount of lives. Using people as meat shields will only bring yourself closer to failure. It should go without saying that you shouldn't throw people under the bus, but what you can throw is tip number 4. I had some reservations about the orbital laser at first, but that was only because I was misusing it. It's limited to 3 uses, which means it should only be used in case of emergency or to take down a large objective. 1 orbital laser can completely destroy an entire heavy automaton outpost, and it can easily destroy the hardest objective in the game, the bot command bunkers, which is perfect because 3 lasers for 3 bunkers. But do you know what else involves the number 3? Tip number 3. Striders have easily become the most difficult enemy to deal with. Jalon suggested that I try to land a walker on one of them for an instant elimination. I tried very hard to capture this, but I'm either doing something incorrectly or it's been patched already. However, you can definitely still land on them in your Hellpod to take them out. It's just a little buggy, and it could send you flying out of bounds. If Super Earth wanted Helldivers to fly, they'd send in a Pelican. So we are going to keep the skies clear with tip number 2. The spear is damn near perfect for taking out gunships. There is nothing to block your line of sight, and they always seem to be a perfect distance away. However, bursting things in the air is what tip number 1 is all about. Before we get there, let me just remind you that if any of these tips were helpful for you or this video brightened your day a little bit, go ahead and fill in that like button so that the algorithm designates me as one of your preferred candidates. Now, for something cool about the new airburst rockets. You'll want to use these at a long range to take out groups of enemies on the ground. And if you aim for the vent cover of fabricators, you can ricochet that rocket down inside and blow them up. Like, subscribe, all the things I'm supposed to say, but mostly I just hope that you have a wonderful day. Here's some content of mine that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy, and thank you for watching.